If I saw this movie on a plane, I would still walk out. This trailer makes me want to sit on the TV and look at my couch. I paid nothing to watch this trailer, but I already want my money back. Coming to a theater near you, me, is that a threat? They should have made Rachel CGI instead. Ron Brown and the 7 Discord mods. The CGI looks much better when I turn my monitor on.
Hey there. Welcome to Millennium Milestone Presents, a site dedicated to storytelling in books, movies, video games, and other exciting genres. Today, we get to dissect Hollywood's wildest decisions, one train wreck at a time. We're diving into Disney's latest attempt to mine nostalgia gold with their live-action Snow White remake. Because if there's one thing Disney loves, it's cranking out remakes like a factory full of hyperactive dwarves on espresso shots. So what's the scoop on this movie? Let's grab our shovels and dig in. Snow White dropped this week, and the buzz is louder than Dopey trying to keep a secret. Starring Rachel Zegler as Snow White, Gal Gadot as the Evil Queen, this movie's been making headlines for all the wrong reasons, with a reported budget creeping up towards $270 million. Disney's hoping for a box office miracle, but right now, this whole project is looking shakier than Sleepy running on Red Bull while walking a tightrope. Early projections had the movie set for a decent start, with opening weekend estimates around $45 to $55 million. Unfortunately, those numbers have been slipping faster than Grumpy's mood when someone steals his coffee. Now it's down at a pretty unimpressive $3,500,000 before the weekend rolls in. To make matters worse, this movie needs to rake in around $1 billion globally just to break even. That's a tall order even for a magic mirror. If this flops, the prince, or I should say not Prince Charming, might have to start doing Uber rides in his horse-drawn carriage. Of course, the road to the big screen hasn't been all roses singing and singing birds. It's been like a thorn full of angry badgers. For instance, the on-set drama rumors are swirling that Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot aren't exactly besties. If you don't believe me, why don't you watch the Oscars and see for yourself. Zegler's latest social media post even forgot to mention her co-star, which has been speculating more than a conspiracy theory, trying to figure out how the dwarves were replaced. Who knew a movie about harmony could cause this much chaos? So what were the standouts that led to the obvious rating that you can sense I'm about to give for this movie? Well, let's start with what would appear to not be the biggest problem: the lead actress. For intents and purposes, Rachel Zegler's casting as Snow White sparked all kinds of debates online, from calling Disney's first beloved movie that gave them the roses as being dated, to weird, which lends itself to a whole host of memes. But it's not the worst part of the film. While you might think Disney was remaking Citizen Kane with a TikTok star or something, we can honestly say that she can sing. And she does understand theater performance, so those are positives. However, the latter is what lies a deeper problem. Her acting using theater performance doesn't translate well to the big screen that requires certain nuances that a seasoned actress would know. For instance, her facial expressions of fear, pity, love, they're all mute in this film, which needs to be larger than life when you're expressing those type of emotions. While it's not the greatest example, look at Wicked for comparison, which came under similar scrutiny with its star Cynthia Erivo. She was lively, but her emotions suited for a big screen approach, not coming off theatrical. Even Ariana Grande held her own, who was not known for excellent acting, but in Wicked showed range in her character. And let's not get started with the kiss that Rachel Zegler used for the prince. Correction, not the prince, the bandit who learns from a woman how to be a real man. But going back to the kiss looked very unreal and definitely not quality in any way. It just wasn't authentic. And speaking of Rachel Zegler herself, her personality just doesn't come off authentic in this film, and kind of is her only weakness in this film. But again, I would like to stress this, she's not even the biggest problem to the movie. The bigger one that line up behind this would start with the Queen. Now, don't get me wrong, Gal Gadot is gorgeous. I mean, she's really, really gorgeous. But she can't carry a note to save her life without autotune helping her out. And please, don't tell me she can sing when we heard her rendition of Imagine years ago. Don't make me do it. I'll do it. I'll replay Imagine again. Don't make me do it.
God!
Back to her beauty, though. The beauty issue is also a problem that undermines the whole point of Snow White, with Gal Gadot being more gorgeous than Rachel Zegler, it kind of undermines the whole point of being fairest of them all. And please, don't get me started with the opening lines that say her inner beauty is what makes her the fairest of them all. That's not a winning argument to make anyone have self-confidence in themselves. Let's be real. Fairest in the original lore was not that way. Her Snow White skin beauty was what was meant by the original lore. But hey, don't let liberal Hollywood hear you say that, or you might get a visit from the Huntsman. Then there's the more atrocious grievance of the film. The dwarfs. Oh, right. What dwarfs? Disney's decision to replace the classic 7 dwarfs with CGI magical companions that simply did not go over well. These garden gnomes were absolutely trash and made fans really, really mad. Peter Dinklage, or should I say our newly employed Toxic Avenger, couldn't keep his mouth shut and made Disney rethink their strategy with initially using party extras from a Party Depot exposition. When photos leaked out how they looked, the backfire sparked spectacularly, leading to Disney going to the CGI route. The dwarves were an essential part of the movie and were wasted animation that just didn't hold a candle to the beloved characters of the original classic. It's like Disney was looking for any way to get rage bait out of us. But yet, there is one problem that I think is really the true problem of this movie, and really needs to be called out. Apparently, Disney thought that the only thing more magical than true love's kiss is a big old brawl of social, political differences. What was the theme of Snow White to begin with? To take power that you can claim as your own? Is this a kid's story or a retelling of Animal Farm? Now, I get it. It's a movie for all ages. That is the tagline of the original film. But the movie is so tightly bound to the idea of making Snow White the leader she was born to be that they miss a chance to simply tell a story of a charming prince, brave little people, and a damsel in distress that could learn from others and become brave. They do what they can to piece together what was the true story of Snow White once realizing their own mistake with extensive reshoots, but the magic just simply wasn't there. It was lying at the bottom of the sea with no redeeming qualities left in it. So is Snow White doomed to be another expensive blunder? This weekend will show us where it lands with general audiences. With controversy stacking up like Doc's to-do list and box office projections looking about as promising as Sleepy's energy level, it sure seems that way. Unless something magical happens, this one might end up buried in the woods where even the magic mirror can't even find it. But hey, I could be wrong. Maybe Snow White will surprise everyone and become the next big hit. Or maybe it'll just be another lesson why you shouldn't try to fix something that it wasn't broken to begin with. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you're planning to see this one or if you're skipping it faster than a dwarf running from the evil queen. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell. And you best better believe I'll be back.